The number of square units in the area of a square is 5 more than 4 times the number of units in the length of a side. What is the length of a side of the square? Well, we'll use the 5-step problem-solving process, and let's first familiarize ourselves with the problem. And we'll assign a variable to the length of a side of the square, the number that we're trying to find. Let's call it s. So we'll let s equal the length of a side of the square. Now we want to translate this problem to an equation. And this is what we were told, that the area is 5 more than 4 times the length of a side. So the area, if the length of a side is s, the area of the square is going to be s squared. And that is 5 more than, translates to a plus sign, then 4 times, multiplication, the length of a side, which we have called s. So we have this equation to solve. And let's go over here where we have a little bit more room to solve it. We have this s squared equals 5 plus 4 times s. I'm going to write this as s squared minus 4s minus 5 equals 0. We have a quadratic equation. I've subtracted 5 and I've subtracted 4s on both sides. And we can factor this equation. S minus 5 times s plus 1 is equal to 0. And now we can use the principle of zero products. S minus 5 equals 0, or s plus 1 equals 0. Here I add 5 on both sides. I get s equals 5. Here I subtract 1 on both sides, so I get s equals negative 1. Now, we need to check these numbers in the original statement of the problem. Since the length of a side of a square can't be a negative number, we don't need to check negative 1. We'll just check 5. The area of a square whose length of a side is 5 squared, or 25. 4 times the length of a side is 4 times 5, or 20. And 5 more than this is 20 plus 5, or 25. So we see that the area is 5 more than 4 times the length of a side, so the answer checks. And we can state the result: the length of a side of the square is 5.